Gurukula and Gurukulam. It's there from ancient times. But we are doing it actually even today with Swami, every day. I started doing my research on Gurukula. I went to Shivananda Ashram. I also went to Swami Chinmayananda's ashram. And then I went into the internet to search for Gurukula. And I spoke to Brother Sitaram from Philippines because his father is a priest. And he went through the Gurukula system. And he said, "Sister, don't look in the internet, it's all cut and paste." So now I had to look elsewhere. Now Kula is the home of the teacher. If you look at it practically, it's not the home, it's the heart of the teacher. Gurukulam is a clan of teachers, noble teachers who sustain society. Now in temples that all teachings were conducted. If you look at Muslims, Hindus, any religion if you look, it was in temples that the student and the teacher had an interaction. But with schools coming up, desires multiplying, the temple slowly started functioning only for rituals. And we have started now schools with buildings. And now to proceed, we are all confused because we are trying to search for material to teach children. And hours of searching is still not enough because sometimes we want to take it from the internet, want to copy from somebody else's book. Now what has happened to us? We need to think about it because education has changed from before and now. Why the change? So instead of focusing on the present, I was interested in the past, ancient system. What was the relationship the teacher and the student had? And Swami, good enough, I didn't know, I had a dream. Swami told me, give me water. He was sitting in front of the ambassador car and I was sitting in the back and he said, give me water. And my son was sitting next to me and I had a big bottle of water but it was half filled. I was thinking of maybe a negative. I said, Swami, he drank half the bottle, my son. Swami said, never mind, give it to me. He took it from me and he just did this and gave it back to me and it was full. The bottle was full of water. And from that day onwards I started keeping a glass of water in front of Baba. I didn't know why I was keeping, but it took 2 or 3 years to realize that keeping that glass of water, first of all, anchored me spiritually early in the morning to think of the Lord, then to make my coffee. And I was doing service to the Guru. I didn't realize it. Early morning, keeping a glass is a service to your teacher. And then the Gurukula concept started building up. I knew that I had to serve my teacher. And I was proud to serve a teacher as Swami, somebody like Swami, a perfect embodiment. Now I'm thinking of students. How will they serve if they don't see the perfection in us? So how can we now move towards Swami's perfection, the same perfection as Swami has? How can we attain that nobility back, what they had before? So this is the journey of the teacher. From the teacher to the Guru. We all know Guru is removing darkness. But how do we remove this darkness from the present state? How do we bring more light so that we can merge with that one light? That journey is the journey of the Gurukula, the main essence of Gurukula. I may say Gurukula, but I'm only looking at the essence. Now Gurukula is an Indian word. I was so stuck with it because I'm an Indian. I first presented this with the institute students in the Indian context. But as time passed, I had 22 other students from different countries and I'm thinking now, how am I going to integrate for all these countries, the Gurukula system? So I had to move and think about other nations. So before I started, I thanked my parents who were my first teachers, my husband who made this possible, and my teachers, students and friends at the Institute of Satyasai Education. A very special mention to Dr. Jumsai, Dr. Tirakiyat and Sister Angela because he gave me 3 gurus to work under and I had to use this process to find out what Gurukula was. I had to serve them. So that was Swami's journey for me. Now Sai Baba has said our ancient education gave spoke for the exercise of divine qualities in man. India became celebrated for her culture because in the Gurukulas, hermitages of ancient times, great teachers taught these ideals to their pupils, having already realized them in their lives. You see, they have realized this in their life. Then only could they give it to the children. So we are in the process. How can we realize this fast? Guru is different from the teacher. Now we need to know what is the difference. So I went back to the books, comic books, I couldn't get any other, and I found Guru in meditation, and I was wondering now how to connect this to today's school. Now he again stated the following: in all the Gurukulas, moral and moral life were only taught. We can't do that now, but that is what it was earlier. Swami talks about Satyam and Rhythm. Satyam is truth. Satyam was in the Gurukulas, but Rhythm was after 15 years. You see, Satyam is the truth or the spiritual teachings we teach the children or we draw out from the children from the age of 6, 7 or 5 till 15. But after 15, they were in the Rishikulas. Now, what is Rishikula? Rishi means Ri is detachment. They only think of the Atma, Rishikula. So at that stage, the teachers taught how to bring society up. You see, anything that propagated prosperity was their aim. So children knew their subconscious was filled with noble thoughts. Then they move on to bring up society in the Rishikulas. So this was the difference. They promoted the prosperity of the world. However, today neither such Gurukulas nor such Rishikulas exist. In the word Gurukula, the first part is Gu. In the word Rishikulas, the first is Ri. The two parts together make up the word Guru or teacher. Now the concept of a real Guru, this is Swami saying, has been handed down by both these ashramas. The word Rishi conveys the meaning that these persons were leading a good life in which they had no desires. They had attachment to only the Atma and in the manner were promoting a spirit of sacrifice and equality. They were leading lives which were ideal examples to others. For this reason, the ashrams are called Rishikulas. Such sacred places have now disappeared. With that, the letter Ri has also disappeared, no prosperity. This Shikul has become the school of modern days. Because today's schools have developed attachments to many selfish desires, the letter Ri is not there. There's no prosperity of the nation. By some means, you should restore the sacred letter before the word school. You should regard this as your duty and get back the noble ideals into our schools. So you means it is the Balvikas Gurus, Satyasai schools and anyone who would like to join this mission. But before that, how can we change ourselves? This is the Dharma Samstapana is talking about, coming to bring this, he's come here to establish this mission of human value CHV through schools and also through daily life. If you look at the Muslim teachings, the goal of pursuit of knowledge as per the teachings of Islam is to acquire and assimilate certain positive values for life so as to become a complete human being, or what is Arabic is called as Insan al-Kalim, complete perfect human being, with the Prophet Muhammad as a model of the same. So they needed a model. Now the values which one should aspire for attaining in life are those of truth,